ओमकार संयुक्तं नित्यं गायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओमकाराय नमो नमः. Om, Om, Om. So dear friends, welcome back. So today also I got the privilege of facilitating this session. I'm not the teacher like Yama. I'm the facilitator, I can say. What little got from various masters would like to share happily. So yesterday we just touched upon three gunas, right? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Patanjali also says our mind is Trigunatmika, and Bhagavad Gita talks about gunas in detail, chapter 17. Few we'll touch upon today. Before that, Katha Upanishad, the history of Nachiketas. In that also, Yama teaches him the secret of life and death in various ways. There also comes, so that point only I'll touch upon that, about Omkara. See, the Om, as you know, when you say, when you open the mouth, is the first sound, right? Comes from below, and it is rolling down through the tongue, the wind. Then when you close the mouth, so akara, makara. So as you come from inner to outer tongue, when it rolls down, U is naturally coming in between us. So that's why this three is Omkara. So it is the primordial sound. That's why. That is why Upanishad talks about Omkara in detail. Prana Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, even here Katha Upanishad, what Yama says, one stanza I would like to read. What it says, what he says is, Sarve Veda Yat Padamamanandi Tapamsi Sarvani Cha Yad Vadandi Yadichando Brahmacharyam Charandi Tatte Padam Sangrahena Brevimi Om Ityetat. So what it means briefly is the goal which all the Vedas proclaim, which all penances declare, and desiring which they lead the life of Brahmacharya, I tell it to thee in brief. It is Om, Om iti etat, Aksharam Brahma. See, that's why the Om is called Shabda Brahman, as it is the only phonetic symbol of Brahman. No other way. So Brahman, how can we describe? So this Om, this sound is the rudiment of all sounds. See, there cannot be an idea without a name, right? How do you? So that is the sound is needed, say name is needed, that is so. A word or a sound. So which is, that's why Kalidasa, before composing Raghuvamsha, he prays to Shiva and Shakti, Parvati. What he says, Vagartha viva samprukto, Vagartha pradipaktaye. See, the Vak and Artha, the word and the meaning are inseparable. The Shiva, if Shiva is the word, Parvati is the meaning of it, Artha. Or the other way, if Parvati is the word, like that, inseparable. So that is why Om has got so much importance everywhere it is mentioned. All our ancestral texts you find. So Mandukya Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, and Prana Upanishad all talks about this. Okay. So it is unlimited. So it is not just a sound, that is why. Now gunas are there. We are born with the traits or samskaras, what you talk about. But this also comes with a free will, only for human beings. Janmanam, Narajanmam, Durlabham, we say, right? So we are already endowed with that free will, the choice, exercising choice. To what extent we can. So that is why it is said, Kartum, Akartum, Anyadha Kartum Shaknam. You can do in any situation to do or do it differently in a particular way, this way or that way. Say, all roads lead to Rome, we say, anything you can accomplish in different ways, this way or that way. Kartum, agartum, anyada kartum, differently or not doing it also. First to take action or not action, if you are doing in a different way, this way, that way, or a different way. So this, we have the free will choice, how we exercise, but there are some limitations also. But we have to do, if we have to transcend the gunas from tamas to rajas to sattva, more and more to earn more sattva qualities, digits. It's a three quality. So for that, we have to choose the right. That is why even talking about satsanga, satsangatva, nisangatva. So circumstances are there, how we use it, how we exercise our choice. Our internal is the guna, but the external environment also influence. That is why we have choice. Now whether to attend this or sleep is our choice. Whether tamasic guna you want to increase or sattva guna. Or you go for gym and all that, you want to increase rajoguna. Yes, everything, its result will be accordingly come. But we have that freedom. We have to exercise that at the right time. Environment alone is not the cause, but it influences. So Bhagavad Gita talks about this in detail. What are the three gunas? See, in fact, in our Yes Vyasa, formerly Vivekananda Kendra, I talk where I had the privilege and blessings of Guruji Nagendraji and other scholars. Still, research is going on. All yoga research is going on. Yes, Vyasa University. About three gunas, we have prepared a questionnaire. So, mix of all the three gunas, different questions are put. So, immediately you have to, without thinking too much, you have to answer. Yes, no, or like that. Choose multiple choice like that. So, from this, we can derive to some extent whether what is predominant in you, what percentage of guna is there. So like this, today research is going on in spiritual world. Some universities, some are doing it, but still it is not sufficient. In fact, I wish all the psychologists understand this so that we will have more result. They go by the Western teachings only. It is, of course, slowly changing. Some universities are changing. Medical journals, these are all published. Vyasas are published many times. So what I'm telling is, still we don't have full details to say scientifically how this works, but it is there. See, we choose our parents. That is why, as some author said, you are not the father or mother of the child. The child only has come through you, like that. So, the child, when you are born, before birth itself, we decide the griha, garbhagriha, the home which we want. So that is why Madam was telling the other day, Rajalakshmi Garu, no? So many souls are there waiting for the right place, like seeds waiting for right soil. So we are already lucky. So how we choose? So here, our rishis have given us very clear knowledge about this. How we choose. In that video which I posted the other day in our group, there I think I had talked about this also. What I understood. See how the first creation happens in the Garbha. The seed from the man and from the woman, the ovum, joins, then zygote is formed. That's what we learned. But when the soul is entering, that there are so many versions people talk about. I don't know much, but people are talking, right? But our scriptures clearly says there are millions of sperms or in the female also. The particular sperm our Atma chooses, the soul or Atman is the right word actually. Soul is not exactly the equivalent. So it chooses that sperm of the man and this woman, our father and mother. So that is how formation is happening. See what a wonder it is. So the vast knowledge is there with our rishis. So the prarabdha karma after born, so at that time we are having so much knowledge in the womb, but once we come out, we are in this prakriti. So everything. That's why even in Garbha samskara and all that we perform. Why? It all has meaning. See Dakshinayana, Uttarayana, what we talk about. Our rishis are told what you are now Dakshinayana, this is the time for studying. And the other one is for performing, etc. See, marriages and all ceremonies, good ceremonies we conduct only in Uttarayana, we prefer. The Kala is divided, 6 Ritus. Sun's movement is linked because we are in the solar system, solar and lunar, moon. So everything has a connection, like that only. So the chapter 17 Bhagavad Gita talks about gunas in detail. So you can go through. It will not just chanting with explanation. You have the explanation books are available. Different authors, our publications are there. So in your own mother tongue, the language which you can understand, that version you can take and then you will know. So that we know ourselves better. It is not to become a pandit or theory. I am not in that. I have not gone to any university of Veda studies, etc. Only from masters, little bit heard here and there. From that and the books suggested by them from that. So our samskara is influenced by our prarabdha karma. It's all linked. See, karma, sanchita karma, there's a storehouse there, go down. From that prarabdha karma, which comes to enjoy the food in our platter now. That is prarabdha karma. So this brings this along with that guna, samskaras. This is influencing us, our lives, with our external environment. So from our memory this comes. So gunas are coming to play here, which are unmanifest, will come here in different forms. So using our buddhi, so where we are. So we get opportunity like this, exercising the choice. That is why Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in chapter 17, 3. Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata. Shraddha mayoyam purusho yo yat shraddha sa eva saha. The faith of all men conforms to their mental constitution, Arjuna. This man consists of faith. Whatever the nature of his faith, he is verily that. Before that he says, Trivida bhavati shraddha dehinam sa subhavaja. Satvigi rajasi chaiva tamasi cheti tam srunu. That untutored innate faith of man is of three kinds: Sattviga, Rajasika, and Tamasika. Hear of it from me. So from him directly it has come. That is why Bhagavad Gita is essence of all the Veda Upanishads. So faith are three types. We talk about, some people, they don't have faith in anything. That's why Vivekananda said, faith, faith in yourselves, faith in the Almighty. Like that, even what worship we do, what type of worship we do, again linked to our three types. Faith, depending on our faith only we go, starting, right? Our belief system, what you talk about. Yajande Satvika Devan Yachcharat Shamsi Rajasaha Predan Bodha Ganamschanye Yajande Tamasa Janaha. Men of a Satvika disposition worship gods. So God is not ultimate Brahman. Understand? Devaloka, Indraloka. Indra is the king there. Narayana, Shiva, Vishnu, Krishna, Anjaneya, all we talk about. And Sattvic people worship gods. And what about Rajasika? Rajasika temperament worship demigods and demons. While others who are men of Tamasika disposition worship the spirits of the dead and group of ghosts. See, in Tantra, Adhama, where people are doing. So the destiny of these worshippers also varies according to the object of their worship, right? The worshippers of gods attain celestial body. Those of demigods and demons are reborn as demigods and demons, while the worshippers of ghosts and spirits attain the form, traits, and conditions, etc. of ghosts and spirits. Similarly, about food, that is very important for us to understand. The food are also, the food we take, see, our character can be in a way understood by the food we eat. See, decades back, I went to Guntur, Andhra. Most of you may know the place for some conference, something. When I was not knowing all these things, my 20s. Okay. Then they served the food. My God, I could not even take. So hot. Kara, we say in our language, Kannada here. Spicy. And they are enjoying that. So some area also, what is grown as environment, combined with that, our quality, we are enjoying that. So you think that is the best, but it is not so. And what they say for that, we put so much of ghee also. So like diabetics people, they took injection and eat the sweets. It's okay. They think it will cure, but is it happening? From tablets to only pricks we are going. After that, God knows what happens. So because we are not exercising our free will. So the 8, here in the sloka 8, 9, and 10, I just touch upon to understand about food. See, I wish the dietitians and all that understand Bhagavad Gita also. They talk about the qualities, the ingredients of food. Then only they prescribe this food, that protein you want, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and all that, or whatever it is, carbohydrate. So this contain this, you take this, that. But there are some innate qualities. See, the dal of tuvar dal we may be using, but in the tuvar dal grown in one area and another area, quality is different. Why? Because of the soil is different, water is different. So that is called the gunas, prakriti gunas. The Brahmanda and Pindanda. The Pindanda is alike Brahmanda. So that is why it is said the fragments of the aggregate of all the fragments is not the aggregate. Aggregate is not the fragment, though it is. So we have the quality of that Brahmandas, but all the Pindanda joined together is Brahmanda. No, it is beyond that. So Like that, we have to understand the qualities here. So about ahara, you would have heard also from Bhagavad Gita, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrata Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyanam Chadurvidam. This is what we chant before taking food, prayer. Like Annapurne, Sadapurne, Shankara Pranavallabe, Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhiksham Dehi Chaparvati. What we are asking? Not like giving thanks after taking for the bread and butter here, after dinner. No. Before, give me what? Jnana Vairagya. For that Bhiksha I am seeking. Like that, Aham Vaishwanara Bhuta. I am that digestive fire here. So this is the oblation we are giving. This is Yajna, Homa, Havans we conduct. With the purpose, each has. So what scriptures talk about, if you follow, it is called Satvika. Like that, talking about food. Now, touched upon the Yajna anyway, that also of 3 types. Now, our Rajalakshmi, now she could not attend yesterday today because they are performing Yajna, Havans for her husband's Shashtiyabda Purti. See, for what? There, yes, that is what is scriptures talking about, by which you grow higher. It is not a specific result. I want dhana, dhanya. No, for that different rituals are there. Here you have to, for dharma, it is conducted. So here again our attitude matters, whether it is rajasic or tamasic or sattvic. So without any expectation, our only expectation, of course, there is subtle expectation, that is ultimate, the purpose of life itself. So like that, it is there. So food is there, then starting from 3 types of faith, only all this comes. Then what type of food you take? 3 types of worship I just said. Gods, demigods, or ghosts, etc. Then sacrifices are 3 types. Then penances, what we can, our mind itself, a penance for the body, for the mind, etc. Then the charity, the gift we give again. See what gift we give. When we go for functions, we all give. See again the society, social health. See people go now. Again it is to show our might. I am rich or whatever it is. You choose the gift. Whether it is useful for that person, whether really needed. Before thinking that, mostly, of course, I don't say all, mostly. Here, and what I have received, I would have got it for my birthday, some gift. So I want to give something beyond that. If I have received copper, I want to give silver to show that I am superior. So all here working only for inner, not for inner growth, but only our ego is growing here, right? So these are all because of our innate. You are born and circumstances also create that. So, but we have to go beyond that. So what he says here about food, the 8th, Aharastvabi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajnas tamas tadadanam tesham vedam imam srunu. Food also which is agreeable to different men according to their innate disposition is of 3 kinds. And likewise, sacrifice, penance, and charity too are of 3 kinds. Here their distinction as follows. So it talks about food. Ayusattva balarogya sughapridi vivardhanaha rasyaha snigdhaha sthira hridya ahara satyuga priyaha. Sattvic type of people, what they like? Foods which promote longevity, intelligence, vigor, health, happiness, and cheerfulness, and which are sweet, bland, substantial, and naturally agreeable, are dear to Sattvika type of man. So you can see here, what are all the things you are taking. Clarified and unclarified butter, for example, oils extracted from sattviga substances and other fatty products are called snigdha. Like that, each you can understand what he said. It needs time to understand. You go through Bhagavad Gita. Then he talked about Rajasiga type. What food they take? Kvatvamla lavanatyushta atyushna Tishna rucha vidahinaha ahara rajasasyashta dukkha shoka maya pradaha. Foods which are bitter, acid, salty, overhot. I said, Andhra food for me. Overhot, pungent, dry, burning, and which cause suffering, grief, and sickness are dear to the Rajasiga type of man. Then what about tamasic? Still worse. Yada yamam gadarasam. Pudi paryushitam chayate. Uchishtam abhi cham edhyam. Bhojanam tamasapriyam. Food which is half cooked or half ripe. Some people like. See, your biryani you make half cooked rice only people like. I cannot, it will not digest for me because I changed. That food is not palatable to me. It has become my nature. I cannot. Immediately my body will throw it out by omitting. Your udana will not allow. Or your apana, vayu, you'll get loose motion, etc. So which is half cooked or half ripe, insipid, putrid, stale and polluted, and which is impure too, is dear to men of Tamasika. Say yata yamam gatarasam. One yama is around 3 hours. So normally we say 3 hours. Once you cook, you should eat within 3 hours. Otherwise, its rasa is gone, essence is gone. Today, particularly Western, even today by cities, all cities using your you have the cooker, you know, and the electric one, and what do you call? Not the stove, the other one, suddenly I'm not getting, you all know what it is. You keep in the fridge and heat it in that. So it is only you are eating to fill the stomach. Everything is gone. Time, again, timely, what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, how much to eat, all these matters. So you have a choice. Exercise that, my dear friends. Most of us, having come here, we know, we have gone through, we are, but it is never-ending learning, understanding, not mechanically living. So that the very purpose of life, why we are here on this plane, it is to learn and complete, go back, pratiprasam, to where we have come. That is realizing our potential, the real potential. So even talking about penances also, I will just touch upon it comes 14-15, worship of gods, the Brahmanas, one's elders and wise men, purity, straightness, continence, and harmlessness. This is called bodily penance. But the most important, the speech, what we use. God has given us, only we have that power of speech, men. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam cha yat swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva Vangmayam tapa uchyate. What is austerity of speech? Words which cause no annoyance to others and are truthful, agreeable, and wholesome, as well as the study of Vedas and other Shastras, and the practice of repetition of divine name. This is known as the austerity of speech. See what I am talking here, I have chosen from here. It is not what I have learned and what I enjoyed before. From my personal experience, I would have enjoyed sense pleasures earlier. So I'm not talking about that. That is of no use talking to you here in a satsanga, right? So what is austerity of mind? That is also important. Manaprasada saumyatvam maunamatmam vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityetat tabo manasamuchyate. Cheerfulness of mind, placidity, habit of contemplation on God, control of the mind, and perfect purity of inner feelings All this is called austerity of the mind. And Sattvika penance all comes here. The threefold penance performed with supreme faith by yogis, expecting no return, is called Sattvika. So penance also, he described like that. It goes on, everything 3, all coming from the characteristics, our three gunas. When charities, not talking about charities, charity is nothing but giving gift. Here again, people conduct even homas, havans. For public homa we conduct in public places for the good of all. Good intention is fine. All can participate so that collectively we are doing for the Loka Kalyana, fine. But the Yajamana sitting there, are they Sattvic? The main performer, the Pandits, their job is only to guide us. But who sits and giving the oblation, etc.? So what is your state of mind? What is your purpose? You want to become only photo, Facebook chattering, all this Twitter, Kitter, everywhere. The moment you go to a new temple or a place, what you are doing first? I am in the plane, starting from the auto rickshaw or cab, and I am using Benz car. From that, the Boeing jet, then where you land, everything you are posting, bloody social media. Where this will take us? Ego. My dear friends, you have to win away from that. Performing this, all publicity, first page, it comes. Even when you open whatever media, you want to know something, but what comes before itself, advertisements. So we are influenced by the social media and by such people. The real life is not real life. And so many people, great people, they give advertisement for getting money, cricketers or others, all. Unless they really enjoy that, which they say they are, if their real life, if they are using and getting the benefit, then only they should take the money and come. I think a law will come. It should come. Otherwise, we are misled. So at least in our house, practice what you preach what you practice. This we can implement. This we have a choice, right? So it's already 6 o'clock. My time, that is half an hour, is over. So we'll immediately proceed here for a few seconds. If anyone wants to ask anything, to best of my knowledge, I would like to interact. If anyone, please. So Bhagavad Gita 1 is sufficient. We have not time to understand all the Veda Upanishad. But Bhagavad Gita 700 slokas, you should drink, eat. Anyone wants to say anything, ask anything, please do so. Then
after any parents on this topic, please raise your hand and unmute.
No hands are there. We'll go for pranayama, followed by meditation on Om, Pranava mantra, pranayama followed by Pranava chanting. About chanting, I hope none of you have any doubts now. You are all convinced and you are practicing, and some of you would have got some benefits also. Probably you can share tomorrow, coming sessions, whenever you have. But don't expect any result without just going. What happened yesterday may not happen today's chanting, today's meditation. Every meditation is new. Come fresh. Don't dwell in the past. Don't go to the future. Be here and now, like that. That is why pranayama brings us to that. And purification happen, nadi shuddhi. The channels gets open, 72,000 nadis open up. Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. So the Kulakundali, mother, comes, carries us along to the Father. Samyama happens, right? Taking deep breaths, pranayama position, then Let go all the blocks, whatever tamasic nature is there. Phobias, manias, it is going as you exhale. Now let us go for, say, 5 rounds, 5 to 9, according to your pace. If I had to do 9, I need more time, some of you. So accordingly, so those who are doing very slowly can do even 5 now. Other time you can do, increase it. There is no adhika here. You can do any number of time, even half an hour you do. Nadishuddhi pranayama, only good will happen. Don't worry, there is no overdose here. Okay, with this understanding. So minimum we will do 5 at least. Yes, we can proceed to Japaha, Tat Javaha, Tadartha Bhavana.
Om. 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 Om
Om.